Hello, hello. Welcome to today's messages. Let's tune in. It got intense. Which could be a sign of something or other, right? All the signs. Consider them all signs. Consider everything a sign, which makes sense if it's a reflection. Welcome to your reflection and the messages that come with it, right? Okay, we are going to do 3 shuffies first before we take any cards. Okay, Spirit, what is it that you want us to consider, marinate, be aware of, release, embody, apply, and all that jazz? Beautiful. Caring, loving, caring. Ooh. It's also winter, right? So it's like this period of introspection, hibernating, right? Tending to the little ones, to your inner child, and admiring the beauty in simple things, in simplicity, right? Just thinking about the blanket of snow and how it covers everything, creating tranquility and stillness. So there's something about that peaceful tranquility. It's non-resisting, right? It's the time when we allow ourselves to go within, to be warm, right? To be held, to be cozy. So this caring internally, externally, it is a number 37 as well, which is a 10, isn't it? So I feel like this has something to do with an anchoring of this new rebirth shift, this latest one. Anchor it in with self-care and gratitude, right? Avoid, or not avoid, acknowledge when feelings of anxiety or the need to fill the spaces in with doing. It's like a recognition. It's okay to be. No. With all her fluff. Okay, Arcturians, please give us a good accoutrement to caring and our pathway and the things, the information that is helping and supporting us along the way. Okay. It's balance and release. No, wait. This one's not release. because release came out yesterday and it looks different. Reminds me of a 3. This one reminds me of a 3 as well, but in a different way. What's this one again? Aha! Surrender. Similar yet different. Surrender helps you to focus on your heart and your feelings. Surrender is necessary to release old patterns that prevent you from opening up your heart. Surrender makes your fear vanish. Beautiful. And balance. The energy of balance helps you recognize yourself, your feelings. Nothing will disturb your balance when you recognize your own truth, right? Finding balance within your own truth. And that way, when other people try to knock you off of your center point, you recognize, you see, you know, and you feel, and you say no, right? No. Okay. So surrender and balance and caring. Okay, surrendering to the process, surrendering to the timing. What was I going to say? Divine timing, maybe? And balance out your inner spaces. Okay, balance is a reoccurring, necessary, integral, I would say, part of wholeness. And this taking the time to engage with and care for, right? It's about caring. So caring for your inner child, which is funny because this morning in my shower meditation, I started thinking about Shirley Temples and how much I used to love them as a child. And in my vision or whatever in the shower, I was ordering one. And then it went on all kinds of tangents because it's called the Shirley Temple and then this Hollywood thing and children and, you know, and then I'm starting to trying to think about like the ingredients. Is it just orange juice and grenadine? Is that all it is? I feel like I liked it because it wasn't carbonated. But maybe there is a little bit of carbonation, or maybe that's the thing that makes Shirley Temples good. Why I love them is because they're not carbonated. Anyways, I don't mind kombucha a little bit, but I'm not a fan of carbonation. I have my own bubbles. Okay. We got notice. This is your resilience. Okay. I'm laughing because this honey badger looks like it's like face it's giving. Can't really see it that way. Okay, Noddles. Your resilience. Okay, need, resistant, effort, delays, creative friction. Okay. The saying, necessity is the mother of invention, perfectly describes the energy of Nades. It is unimaginable pressure that creates the diamonds. Nades tells you something you probably already know. Life can be hard. Yet it is often through your suffering and your labor that you truly learn the powerful stuff you are made of, okay? I feel like this is a nod as to where you were coming from, okay? Oh, we got the blue flash going on here. Okay. Where you've been coming from, where you've come from, as a way to allow you to wrap your brain around this respite period, right? This time for inner nurturing and care. Because you just went through so much on so many different levels, right? Transmuting and healing and processing. And, I know for me, one of my biggest dark nights of the soul was when I realized how much sarcasm I missed in my life, how many people in my life who were speaking down to me or straight up lipping me off in their attempt to figure me out through sarcasm and all this stuff. It was like, I don't know. It was weird. But anyways, when I realized that people can say stuff and mean the opposite for whatever their reasons are, it made me look back at my life and my relationships in a different way. And it kind of shattered it. Like when you grow up idolizing a relative, and then as you get older, that facade shatters and you see the truth, and it can be a lot. So these kinds of things, it was just another example of another level of the types of energetic alchemizing and endurance and resilience that were necessary to get you to where you are now. Release those particulars and retain the wisdom, like the understanding of needing to have gone through the things that you have gone through in order to get you here, right? To this place where you are offered space to be in stillness, right? It's like you have been spending so much of your life treading water. And through this last transformation, you have been pulled yourself, whichever, both, right, onto a dock. And you're like, okay, I gotta go. I gotta start building and frolicking and running and exploring, this out of the water world. But it's like, just rest, right? Just regenerate, recuperate, acknowledge how sore you probably are from having been treading for so long, right? Okay. Yes, and that's the powerful stuff you are truly made out of, and that's the so the gold would be, or the lean or the guidance, I guess, would be to not focus on the fact that you, or the things that made you have to keep treading water. Instead, while you are resting, consider how strong you are now and how more able you are to engage in this next phase because of your strength, right? How you are able to balance your active with your rest so that you're not working yourself into exhaustion, right? There is a good balance, and this creates momentum. If you're flapping your one arm too hard, you're spinning in a circle, but it's going to wear out before this one does. And so now you're flipping in that direction. Right. Okay. So all those messages coming up there. Okay, so acknowledge how far you have come and allow yourself this time to rest for self-care, for balancing and release. Release the old ways of doing, filling spaces. If you find yourself sitting for a second and you're not actually present in the moment, you're thinking about all the other things that you have to get up and start doing, you're not really taking the time to rest, right? Okay. 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 So let's get a few cards here. Wow. Wow. 16:16 on the clock. So this is why. Okay, because your next phase is 10 of Cups. It's the frolicking, it's the exploration, it's the creation, the joy, the discovery. And you want to have the energy to fully engage, right? You don't want to jump up and you see that beautiful thing and you're like, I'm heading there. And then your legs collapse and you fall and you eat the dust. And now you got to go to the dentist because you knocked your front teeth out or something, right? So instead, let your legs acclimate to not having to tread, because you're going to want to have the energy to frolic. Gorgeous. Okay. And this is what you're protecting, or this is protected for you. So you don't need to chase after it. I think that's part of the old way of like, I'm not worthy if I'm not producing. I'm not worthy if I'm not continually working and giving and overdoing, right? If I don't work really, really, really hard, then nothing is going to happen or get done. And that's old programming, right? You'll recognize it. You'll feel it. You'll feel the tendency. You'll feel your legs starting to be like, ah, and just look, oh, I'm treading again. I'm just hanging, right? The acclimation period is just as important to the stepping through the portal. It's like, where were we? Oh, it was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. There's a part when Willow is in her Dark Willow stage and she teleports. And at one point, she teleports two other people, and she's not, they didn't realize it until they arrived. And because of the shift, and she acknowledges like she's used to it, but they immediately barfed, right? Because they weren't used to the shift, the change. And so they needed a minute to alchemize. And that's what I'm getting here. This self-caring, this tending, right? Allowing yourself this hibernation period. And what's beautiful too is this is an opportunity to reconnect with your inner child. Your inner child holds all the secrets, holds the blueprints, right? And knows things. So spend time caring for your inner child and know that your thing isn't going to, your thing isn't going to dissolve, isn't going to be snatched up by somebody else. It's protected. It's for you. For the you that is recovered, right? That is standing in their new, recharged and energized. So this is the release, right? You are releasing the struggle. How does that feel for you right now? Just hearing that. You are releasing the struggle. What does that bring up for you? What is that? Where do you feel that hitting your body? Right? Does your mind immediately go to all the things that you got to do or want to do or have to do? No. No. Okay. Temperance, earth angel, will you be mine? My darling dear, love you for all time. I'm just a fool in love with you. Okay, so Paige, Nunes, right? The princess, the inner child version of the Queen of Swords. Okay, actually, we have both the youthful masculine and feminine energies here of the swords, of the mind, of communication. Beautiful, especially because we're balancing, right? And learning how to balance in this new phase. It's different. Balancing through truth, right? Because we were talking about this truth that you hold. Something was that not as? And okay, let me just look at it again. Oh, in a reading, this is a message that you are made of bold and powerful magic. Have faith and persevere. I missed the most important part of it. Okay, resilience. No matter what life throws at her, she uses it to learn, grow, and become even stronger. Okay. Anyways, we've got communication. Oh, it was releasing. Anyways, okay. So the masculine and feminine in the new, in the infantile stage, okay? This is why you want to empower your inner child, because your inner child is attached to your inner your inner youthful feminine energy and your inner youthful masculine energy. Your truth, okay? The balance and the release, or the surrender. Let me just reassess it. Surrender makes your fear vanish. Yes, and the balance. Honest about your feelings. Nothing will disturb your balance when you recognize your own truth. Okay, there you go. So the sword of truth, that's what this is coming. The sword's coming out here is making me think of this And what's interesting too is because typically the masculine energy is the action, and the feminine energy is the being, right? The perceiving, the feeling. But in these two cards, the knight is holding firm, still, and the feminine here is taking action, right? So this beautiful balance, okay, and trusting in your previous experiences. You have these tools. This new way of being is going to feel weird at first because you're used to the old way of being. Your muscle memories are all trained for the old way. And so this acclimation period is important to remind yourself, this is why you need the extra care. This is why you need the stillness time, so that you can catch when you're starting to drift or shift back into an old way, and remind yourself, give yourself the love and the attention and the redirection. No, we don't do that now. Remember? Oh yeah. It's okay. We'll figure it out. And then, I caught myself. I was about to, but I didn't this time, right? And this is like the gradual readjusting, the shifting, right? Beautiful. The High Priestess. Your intuition is heightened. Ugh, dang it. I totally looked at the hand. Never look at the hand on this card. It's the weirdest, smallest, doesn't make any sense hand that just, it's like a spot on a shirt that you can't take your eyes off. It's like that. Okay. I'm just gonna put the star on there, and then it doesn't exist, okay? So trust in your intuition that you have developed along the way. Again, a nod to where you've come from and how everything from before has strengthened, developed, built, empowered everything that you have now, including your intuition being sharp, right? And this happens after many years of denying yourself and not listening to your intuition. And then you start, and then you realize, oh, wow, it's a thing, right? Oh, wow, it's a thing. But it comes from trial and error, from choosing and from not choosing, from denying and from accepting, and then realizing, okay, things work out better for me when I trust, or whatever, right? Okay, what's this guy? It's the sun. Okay, this is a big fat yes from the universe, success from the universe. You've made it. You've got there. You don't have to keep treading water. What is that? It's like something somebody does repetitively for so long, and then you take them out of that environment and they keep wanting to do the thing, their bodies, and they can't stop. And you're like, you don't have to do that anymore. It's like, I know, but my body keeps wanting to, right? This is why the acclimation period, the stillness, the care, this is the caretaker that sits with that person and holds their hand and reminds them that they're not there anymore. They don't have to do that anymore, right? I'm also thinking PTSD and like even war veterans, right? They hear a false start or a firework or something, and all of a sudden they're back in the wherever their traumas were, right? And their loved ones, hopefully, if they have them, are reassuring them, oh, it's okay, right? That comfort, that love, that support, that compassion, the patience, right? This is what you need to do to your inner spaces, to your inner youths, okay? Your inner masculine and feminine within. Because these two turn into kings and queens, right? Who all combine to become emperors and empresses. It's all part of the process. We don't start off as an emperor or an empress. We have to go through, we have to start off as the fool, right? As a 0 point, and then move through the steps of graduation and initiation, and not necessarily in that order, okay? But this is a yes, you made it, you got there, right? This is your ribbon that says you have successfully survived the first part of your life. Welcome to the next part. And, take as long as you need on the dock to adjust. And then when you're ready, get ready to frolic, right? Yes, beautiful. This is also like the high priestess also speaks about secrets and things unknown, things hidden in the shadows, things yet to be revealed, right? Just like the moon, and having the sun come up after her is like all things will be revealed. When the moon is in its 7th house. I don't know what the words are. When the timing is right. Okay, let's move on to these guys. I've got that little 18M in the corner. It must be, I must be getting low on my storage or something. Did you see that little orb? It was like right there for a second. What could that have been? Guess we'll see later, or you can rewind it right now and see. Okay. Okay. Oh, the devil snuck out here, trying to get in the way. It's kind of on an angle. I feel like this is the integration. The devil's trying to... I'm picturing like you're on the dock. You're lying there. Your legs are still kind of, maybe one leg is still hanging off the dock because you're exhausted. You just spent half your life treading, right? And there's little devils hanging out on the water, leaning up on the dock. Or maybe they're sneaky little ones that are underneath. You know how docks have those little slat gaps? And they're like whispering through it because you're lying on the dock, right? And they're like, what are you doing? You're going to drown if you don't keep treading. Don't go that way. You got to stay here. What about everybody else that are still treading, right? They're coming at you with all kinds of things to help you, and also stuff like, who are you if you're not treading, right? And you're not going to make it as a frolicker. You better just jump back in the water and keep treading, right? So this is also ego. even though it's hard and you were struggling, it's something known, and you know you were able to keep your head above water as long as you kept treading, right? This frolicking business, this is a whole other, there's too many unknowns. You just know how to tread. Now you got to frolic. What if you don't know how to frolic? What if you don't do it right? What if you're no good at it? What if people laugh at you for how you frolic, right? These are the kinds of new levels, new devils, right? They're the little ones that niggle and seep in, and they use your past experience. Remember that time you trusted that person and then you found out that they were actually being passive aggressive and sarcastic, and every time they said that you were awesome, they actually meant the opposite, and they got off on how you would take the compliment even though they didn't mean it, or whatever. People are weird, right? Okay. But this is all, oddly enough, contributing to your strength, right? This is what your resilience has taught you. Yes, yes, devils, but I'm really good at adapting. I'm really good at exploring. I'm really good at everything I set my mind to. So this frolicking thing, I got it, right? Because look, what's surrounding you. The devil's got nothing. The devil's got one card, okay? You got the magician and harmony right beside the devil here. Okay, the magician is using all of the elements to manifest, to create, to burn away, to release, to do all the things, to manifest. You've gone through the star journey. You've healed aspects of yourself, including the integration of your shadow. And so you recognize when shadows are present because of the work that you've done in the shadow world. And so you turn those thoughts, those devils, into assets, right? Into motivation, into fuel. You take that hunk of lead and you turn it into gold and you buy yourself a castle, right? You alchemize all adversary and turn it into harmony. This is part of what kind of magic you developed from your previous years of enduring all of the things, right? All of the things. This is what's made you strong, resilient, and gorgeous. Because, yeah, you got blessings literally falling at your feet here, yet to be revealed. And it is in direct it's a direct response to the dedication that you hold with your heart, with yourself, with your potential, with your gorgeousness, okay? I love these two together actually because it's giving me this, especially with the numbers here. We got the 5 and this one's a 15, but you take the 2 5s, they canceled each other out, and you're left with a 10, which is the end of the devils, right? Having any control over you. Also, look at the star. It's solid. It's golden. It's glowing. It's connected to your intuition. You are in divine union within. it overrides. There's the lead that you turned into gold, right? Beautiful. Okay. Who's gonna come out? Let's do a crystal card. And we got 10 minutes left on the clock. Okay, and a third. Kinda. And a third, kinda. Okay. There we go. What do we got? A 32. Whoa. Uh-oh. There's 9 minutes, but now there's a red box around it. Okay, it's getting serious. Oh, what? I did not see that there was two. Okay, a 41 and a 32. Surprise message. Okay, I totally thought it was just one card. 32 is emergence, transformation, action, and understanding. Awareness of your spiritual connection and how it affects your reality is creating a new source of direction in your life. You are currently undergoing a transformational experience and are in dialogue with your higher self. Reflect with gratitude on the experiences of the past as they have laid the foundation for your spiritual growth. Boom. Selecting this card as confirmation that recent changes in the way you feel and relate to the world are a result of a deeper universal understandings. You are guided to continue your current direction and allow your inner self to lead the way, okay? Your inner child who feels love and held and acknowledged and gorgeous. Okay, so that was beautiful confirmation. And 41. Wisdom, understanding, insight, and enlightenment. Wisdom is gained through understanding the underlying patterns that trigger emotional responses in your life. Your accumulated experiences, including all your successes and failures, create your unique view of the world. Gorgeous. It is only when you connect to the source of universal love and experience the divine in all things that you can transcend your mind's limitations and make decisions based on a higher understanding. Beautiful. Wisdom is the ability to balance the knowledge of the past with the voice of your intuition and universal guidance. Wow. Confirmations from the crystals. You are guided to look beyond the initial emotional reactions that surround a situation in your life. Accepting your heart's counsel invariably shifts the perception of your understanding. It is from this position of love and compassion that truly wise decisions are made. Honor all events occurring in your life as they create the opportunity to express your true self. There's your truth, right? Continue living from the heart and trust in the unconditional love within all things. Wow. Beautiful confirmations of all of that, right? This is your new balancing of walking in your truth and having it be your guide. That and this inner care. Beautiful. Wow. Okay. Let's roll, guys. 44. No, I missed it. I take too long to save the things. Okay. Okay. Those happened. Okay. Look at this. I mean, wow. Okay. Yes. Your momentum. You are maintaining your momentum. That's not going to stay there. What about this way? This way? This way? This way? This way. Ah! Okay. We got processing and collaboration. Initiate, beautiful, because we did have the action, commit, initiate and commit. And delegate. Ooh, part of the collaboration is delegation. You don't have to do all of things, and openness to all of the ways that blessings can drop into your life. Okay? Yes. Allow yourself the space to care for all you have endured. Release, balance, and step in and own this place where you can lead and move and be and act from truth and balance and gorgeousness, trusting your intuition. Okay? Love and appreciate you and hope to see you next time. Bye for now.